there is this company that is doing the surveys, and well, we can see that 43% of the people, they are having very little experience. This is for you to know that most of the people are like almost you. I mean, because they don't really have a lot of experience. You are not going to compete once you go to the company. You are not going to compete with people having a lot of experience. Okay, so this is very good for you. Now you can see also my yes. So well, the thing is, well, how much you can see now also in this survey that that there is a huge gap of skills to be filled, because I mean the European Union, but also all the countries are saying that there is still a shortage of data scientists. I mean, the thing is that most of the people. Someone is talking? No. Okay. If you need just something, don't put me on the chat. I prefer just you put me on the okay, that you speak. Okay, just not just because I see this way we go quicker. Okay, thank you. So well, the thing is that that's why so many people want to enroll into data science masters. Everyone want to have all the skills, and the thing is, and this is why I am going through this point, is that most of the people think that which are the proper skills. I mean, I am in a group working in Europe just for analyzing the skills that we should give to students in the university, and now the trend from companies, from everyone, is just to say that we should not concentrate only on data science techniques, on techniques of machine learning, but something like what we want in this topic. Yes, I mean, you are having other topics just for the techniques, just for a specific aspect, but that we have just to cover the whole project, okay, the whole process of data, all what it is called the data science project, okay? But we have to see that, well, it is a big shortage that we have of data. Okay, something that is good for you is that, well, I mean, that data scientists they love their jobs. Okay, they are very happy with their jobs. They are, I mean, happy as bees, because I mean, just as you can see here, most of them, I mean, have replied with 4 stars or with five stars. Okay, so this is also very interesting. And then the thing is that they are asking them how a data scientist spends their day, and the thing is that the things that they mostly do, you can see in this graph, that is not, I mean, 60% of the time what they are doing is cleaning and organizing the data. It's not that they are applying data mining techniques in order to extract the models. You can see that just building and training sets is only 3% of the time of a data science project, and what they do is, look, they most of the time they are collecting data sets. Well, first of all, cleaning data sets, collecting data sets, okay, and they are doing, okay, the mining for patterns together with, I mean, refining algorithms and building the training sets, okay, and then other tasks that they will have to do. So what I wanted just to see and to show you this slide is that, of course, you need to know, because this is a very important step in the process in which we have to, I mean, apply the data mining algorithms. But what I want to call your attention is that, I mean, the processes that we have to do with data are much more bigger, and thus we are going to spend also a lot of time just on what it is called data wrangling. That is all this part, that is the cleaning of the data, and just all this part, okay? So this is also very interesting. So, well, this is just what they do, and they were saying also in 2017 how they spend their days, and once again, most of the time what they are doing is cleaning the data. So this is just a trend that is happening all the time. So is this a problem? This is not a problem. The thing is that it's much more enjoyable. Everyone, what we want is just to start applying the machine learning techniques. This is what we would look. But the thing is that, in fact, this is not what we are doing. I mean, that most of the time, 80% of our time in a project is just doing other things that are not really applying the machine learning algorithms, okay? If you ask then to the people which are the tasks that they like most, then the task that they enjoy the most, of course, is building and modeling the data, okay? It's not just data wrangling. But the thing is that without data wrangling, we will not have, I mean, this is what we call, or we used to call very long ago, garbage in, garbage out. So if we don't clean the data, then our data mining algorithms, our machine learning techniques applied to this data, we will not be getting nothing that will be interesting. Okay? So well, the thing is also which is the amount of unstructured data that we have, and also the thing is that, well, I mean, there is a lot of unstructured. This means, I mean, text, this is video, this is images, and you can see this was in 2017. If we do it today, these margins will be much better because now the amount of data that we are using is much more, okay? So what else? Then, well, which is the biggest bottlenecks that you encounter when you are running projects, okay? And then, well, the problems that you are going to have when you are just running problems is just, well, improving the quality of the data. This is the most important part, okay? And then deploying, and this is very important, what I was telling you. So one part is that you don't find data that are of quality, and then that you are not able to deploy the models. So what for we are applying super trendy techniques such deep learning, whatever and so ever, if then no one is going to be able to deploy this model into practice. So we have to concentrate and say, okay, I am a data scientist, but whatever model that I will extract, if I am a real good data scientist, has to be able to be deployed. And I have to talk to the IT department, or I will be part of it, depending on the companies, okay? And this model has to be deployed, has to be put into action. And on the other hand, I mean, I may like also doing decision trees, deep learning, whatever and so ever, but the data has to be of quality. And if we don't work on that part, then the thing is that the project will not go on, okay? And we have just to be aware of this. So this is very important, just from the very first day, just to know. This is just something interesting. They were asking also people that they were asking what they would prefer, okay? And they were asking just once they have just worked with the data, that they have all the a project almost finished, and they were asking what they like, and see. They were asking accidentally delete all the machine learning code, accidentally delete all the training data, or breaking a leg. It is very important to see that someone prefers breaking a leg rather than losing the code or losing the data. And it's not just 1% or 2% of the people. It is 28% of the people were just preferring breaking the leg before, just rather than losing the data or losing the code. And if you see, mostly the people, what they prefer is losing the code rather than losing the data. So this means that getting quality data is something that is really, really extremely expensive in terms of time, of effort, so on and so forth. So we have to concentrate on that part. So if we want to be good data scientists, okay? So that's why I wanted just to put these slides, this survey, before continuing on the course, because I know that you like, as I am also working on this, and of course that I would like. But the thing, just to work on that part. But the thing is that we are data scientists, and we have to apply our time for, all these tasks, but also just to have a successful project, we have to work on all the tasks that come before the data, the machine learning algorithms, and after obtaining the patterns, okay? So this is something very important, and that's why in our topic we will be talking about this. So what we will be learning, or we will try, among all of us, just to work on this course. So the thing that we will work is that we are going to work in operational versus decisional databases, okay? So this is the first thing that we'll analyze, that in a company we have not only operational databases, not only structured databases, MySQL databases or whatever, but we have also decisional databases, and we have to see that maybe the format can be or cannot be equal, or how they can be designed. So we will be dedicating part of some lesson just to the varieties of databases. We are not going to go very much in deep into storage, but at least just to know that in the company right now they are just like cohabiting, or just like coexisting, the operational databases and the decisional databases, and we have to cope with that in the organization, and know that, well, operational databases is one of the sources of the decisional databases, and how and under which circumstances one database system or another is better for this or for those operations. Okay, and then we are going to talk a lot about what we call data mining project or data science project, call it whatever, all the cycle of project development and data science project development, from business understanding to deployment. Okay, so it's not that we are going to concentrate, you will see here, I mean, we are going to go in deep into methodologies of just how to get a good project plan of a data science project. Okay, and then we will see that is not only data modeling. Data modeling is one of the steps that you have there in the slide, but we will have more, because we have setting the goals of the data science project. We have data preparation, then we have data modeling. Here is where we apply mostly all the techniques of machine learning. Then we have to evaluate, and then we have data evaluation, and it's not data evaluation, sorry, but model evaluation. Okay, and then we have deployment. And then we will have all the project finished, and then we will be thinking that, of course, if someone had a problem or had a process to improve in a company, then we really went through the whole process to giving a solution, taking actions in the company. Not just that we get some patterns and we don't even know what to do with these patterns in the company. Okay, and then the very last part that we will be learning at some point is that we are going to dedicate something that we are talking a lot these days, that is about ethics and data mining. I mean, we have ethics and data engineering I mean, you have ethics and health, you have ethics in any domain in which we are working. And of course, I mean, data science projects are projects, in a sense, they are like, well, computer science, let's say, or they share many components with a project that can be of computer science, or the specific domain in which they are being applied. But the thing is that, of course, there are specific aspects that we have to take into account and know from which is the actor that has the responsibility if something goes wrong. I mean, if something goes wrong when using a car that is an intelligent car, is the problem of the algorithm, the person that deployed the algorithm, the person that cleaned the data, the person that decided to put the algorithm into the car, the person that deployed the model. So we have many actors in all this process that we are going to analyze. We have to, because if we are going to be the data scientists, and this is what we are aiming, I guess, the people that are following this master, then we want to be that person just managing the project. So we have to know all the steps, all the risks, and then see how the ethics can be controlled, and if we need an ethic person, or, well, I mean, someone just expert in this. But in any case, we have to be able, in all of these steps, to be able to spot wherever you have a problem or a hypothetical problem of ethics, being able to spot it and then maybe go to the expert on that. But the thing is that we need to be able to spot it, not just forget, and then when something happens, let's see. Okay, so we'll have to be responsible of the projects that we develop. And this is very important also, okay, because we are engineers. This is not like someone is just saying that this is an art, not at all. Data science is just an engineering process. I mean, and as such, we are going to learn the whole process, or we are trying to learn the whole process just to be that good engineer that just controls all these steps, okay? So, well, what else then in detail we will be following? Then what we will have is that we have a first lesson that we will be covering this one today, that is the introduction to data science. Maybe most of you already know about this. Then we will have operational databases versus decisional databases. We will dedicate, as I was telling you, some slots just to talk about this. Then, of course, we will go into the process of knowledge discovery. I mean, let's call it the process of knowledge discovery. Let's call it data science project. Let's call it big data project. Whatever the name you use it, we are going to see that they are differently. I mean, they have aspects in common, aspect that, of course, is not the same big data, data science, or knowledge discovery. But in any case, we know what we are talking about, and it's the whole process from the goals, from setting the goals to deploy. Okay. So then we will go step by step in the process: business understanding, data preparation, data modeling, evaluation, and we will end up with ethics. Okay? So this is how we will proceed, that this is what you have in the learning guides, and more or less this will be like we will be following. So all the materials and discussions will be in the Moodle of Politecnica Virtual. all the lessons that will be on Monday. Most of them will be like today, that they will be online and recorded for you to see them at any other moment, okay? But it could happen that maybe someday we have only, instead of 2 hours, I record some videos that you can see in advance, and then we have interactive class. Let's see. I mean, we will see, just depending on how interactive you are and how, but I hope that we can do it even that we are not in presence, that this is new for every one of us, just having, I mean, such a group, but we will do it. I'm sure that with your help, we will be able to do it, okay? And then, well, which are the requirements? Then, well, I would like you to participate, just to see who's participating, who's there, because, I mean, this is something that we can do. Then you have to follow the assignments, of course, and then you will have the final exam, okay? So we will have two assignments that I have, well, we have joined into one because it doesn't matter. I mean, we are not changing the weights for evaluation, okay? So we have, because what we have is that we will have a first delivery that will be how to plan a data science project, and around the week 10th of the course, we will be delivering that. And then we will have just the deployment of the whole process, all the development of the project, and then this will be at the very end of the course, okay? Then we will have the exam, okay? That is the one that is fixed in the calendar, and let's hope that by that time we will be able to go for physical presence, okay? If someone does not go for the continuous evaluation, then you have to send a request as it is established, okay? And well, to end with, we don't have a particular textbook. I mean, there are many textbooks that I will be telling you, texts that you have in the library of the university, texts that you can find them online, okay? And then I will be just sending you links just to read, and I will like, just for the links that I will be sending, if we can just, as I was telling you, maybe I record some part of the lesson, and then we discuss regarding certain materials that I have sent you, and so on and so forth.